Hello, my name's June and I want to this afternoon just go through my class's sensory story with you that we've been doing this autumn term here in my class. Our story is the Scarecrows Wedding, and hopefully you can see that in our art we've been making lots of things for our display. We did some painting to make our dresses and our dungarees for our scarecrows. We made some birds, our crows, that we wanted for our scarecrows. We made some corn. I think you can see the corn here, which is a nice texture that we've put up here. And we've got our clouds in the sky here, which we did with some shaving foam and some cotton wool balls. And also we've got a buzzy bee in our story, so we did some paper mache and we've made some bees to come into our story. Lots of things that we've associated with our story. Anyway, I think that we will start with our scarecrow story. So we always in class say, it's story time, it's story time, it's story time, shh. So our Scarecrows wedding is all about two scarecrows, Betty O'Barley and Harry O'Hay. They were scarecrows that frightened the crows every day. And to start off within our story, we explore our scarecrows, and we've got a little bit, here we go, we have some music. To explore and have a look at our scarecrow. Okay, so that's always very good for exploring. I'll leave him there. So, we're going to meet Betty and Harry, our two scarecrows that were in the field. And, as I say, Betty O'Barley and Harry O'Hay were scarecrows that frightened the crows every day. Now I know, if you're able, I know some of our students are able to make a choice for the blackbirds. Do we have a black feather or a white feather? And they make the choice from there. So that's a good thing for making choices. And we like to listen. We've also got some props for our crows. We sit them on our scarecrows. Students like the crows. Okay. We'll put him down there. Lots of laughs from our crows. Okay, well, Harry, our scarecrow, Harry loved Betty, and Betty loved Harry. So Harry said, "Betty, my beauty, let's marry. Let's have a wedding, the best wedding yet, a wedding that no one will ever forget." So they decided that they would write a list of the things that they would need for their wedding. So in class, we've got some lists that we've already been writing. We have our pen, Students try and write with the pen, however they can mark the paper, and they write their list. And we can take a little bit of a while just thinking about our list, what we're going to write.
You remember me when the west wind moves among the fields of barley.
And on our list,
You
you can see
tell the sun in his jealous sky.
we are going to be looking for a dress with white feathers, a necklace of shells, lots of pink flowers, 2 rings and some bells. So, what happens? We've got a switch here, and if you've got a switch, you can use your switch.
Then Harry gave Betty O'Barley his arm, and the Scarecrows set off on a walk round the farm.
So the Scarecrows had a walk round the farm looking for some of these different things that are on their list. The first thing they looked for on their list was a white feather. Again, we can use our choice board to see our white feather. We can make that and we've also got some sounds of the geese. And whilst we're doing this, we can actually feel the texture of the feather. It might be that it's on your arm, around your face. You might like to hide the feather somewhere so that the student actually goes and finds the feather. But that's our feather that we need. Okay. Sorry. So they hadn't gone far when they spotted some geese who gave them some feathers, 1 feather apiece. And what did the Scarecrows say? See if we can...
Hooray! Cried the Scarecrows.
Hooray! We found the feather, the first thing on our list. Let's put that down there. So, our next thing is that we've got to go to find our next thing on our list. So, ready?
Then Harry gave Betty O'Barley his arm, and the Scarecrows set off on a walk round the farm.
So, they hadn't gone far. I don't know what they're going to find next. They hadn't gone far when they saw some cows gathered round, and the bells round their necks made a wonderful sound. Oh, cows, with your bells, can you make your bells ring? The cows said, we can. We can tinkle our bells and make a ring-a-ding-a-ding. So, we can listen to the cows. We've got some cows to recognise as well. There's our cow. And the students love ring-a-ding-ding. Shall we listen to the cows again? Okay, so what did the Scarecrow say?
Hooray! Cried the Scarecrows.
Hooray! We've now found our bell and our feather from our list. So, once again, the Scarecrows have got to set off on their walk around the farm.
Then Harry gave Betty O'Barley his arm, and the Scarecrows set off on a walk round the farm.
Okay, they hadn't gone far when they found a crab, and the crab had a necklace of shells round his neck. We can explore the necklace. We made a nice necklace in class. Put it on our necklace with our shells. We can feel the texture of them, see what sound they make. And we did have a crab. I don't know if he's going to walk past. No, he's gone. The crab has scuttled off. Okay, so what did the Scarecrow say?
Hooray! Cried the Scarecrows.
They found the third thing on their list. They'd found the necklace of shells. So, what happened next?
Then Harry gave Betty O'Barley his arm, and the Scarecrows set off on a walk round the farm.
So off they went, walking round the farm. And this time they were looking for some wedding rings. Oh, I've got a mouse here. They hadn't gone far when they stumbled upon some mice who found 2 rings in a bin, which was nice. So we can have a little bit of a feel of those rings. A little bit big for my fingers, but hey ho, we found our rings. So we'll put that, so our list of things that we've collected is coming along really well. We've got our feather, we've got our bell, we've got our shells, and we've got our rings. So that's really fantastic. So, what I think we're missing is the pink flowers. Pink flowers are the only thing left on the list. Pink flowers. And where are my pink flowers? We haven't found it yet, but we can just see what we're going to be looking for. But then a bee buzzed by. Where's our bee that we've made? Our bee buzzed by. Here he comes. He comes round buzzing, buzz, buzz. There he is. He's going to take us to our pink flowers. We'll put that one there. Oh, stay there. I can find you a field of pink flowers. Follow me, said the bee. I'll need to find water to keep their stalks wet when I find them as well. I'll need some water in a minute. I'll have to have a look at that. Well, oh no. On our way to find our water and our pink flowers buzzing along, we stumble. Just follow me, croaked the speckled green frog. There's a lovely wet pool that's just like a bog. Now I know our students love singing this song, so we'll sing it for a little bit. I'll play it to you. got some furry
where it was
ones.
nice and cool. Then there were 4 green speckled frogs. 4 little speckled frogs sat on a speckled log, eating the most delicious bugs. One jumped into the pool where it was nice and cool. Then there were 3 green speckled frogs. 3 little speckled frogs sat on a speckled log, eating the most delicious bugs. One jumped
We've got a nice
into the
frog
pool
that we've
where
also
it was
made.
nice and cool. Then there were 2 green speckled frogs. 2 little speckled
Oh,
frogs
we got
sat
two.
on a speckled log,
Here.
eating the most delicious bugs.
Yum yum. One jumped into the pool. Ooh, with 3 little water spray.
There was 1 green speckled frog. 1 little speckled frog sat on a speckled log, eating the
So,
most
a little
delicious
bit of
bugs.
water.
It jumped into the pool where it was nice and cool. Then there were no green speckled frogs.
Oh.
5 little speckled frogs sat on a speckled log, eating the most delicious bugs. 1 jumped into the pool where it was nice and cool. Then there were 4 green speckled frogs. 4 little speckled frogs.
Oops. Okay, I think that has repeated itself. So most of the students love singing along with that rhyme. That's really, really good. Well, as Harry O'Hay and the Buzzy Bee walked along, it began to get dark. Ooh. So, if you're able to turn the lights out, okay. Oh, that's began to get dark, and we had lots of stars that came out. The stars came out and it was time to sleep. Because Harry O'Hay was very tired. Big yawns. All nice and quiet and having a little sleep. And we just are all nice and calm for this. With our twinkle twinkle little stars, but slowly the stars disappeared and the lights came up. And where are we? Early the next morning, Harry set off with a snail to find a pail. Here we are. to find a pail to put the flowers in. But the snail was very slow, and it took a long, long time to find that pail. And all the time, where are we? Betty O'Barley was getting very worried where Harry O'Hay was. What's happened to Harry? Where is the Scarecrow I'm going to marry? The farmer came by with a frown on his face and made a new Scarecrow to take Harry's place. Reginald Rake. Reginald Rake was a bad man, very bad. Good day, said the Scarecrow. I'm Reginald Rake. He took Betty's hand and he gave it a shake. So shake your hands. And he said they'd make a fine pair, but Betty said no, I must wait for Harry. He's the Scarecrow I'm going to marry. Reginald Rake takes out a cigar. He struck up a light and he tried hard to smoke it, but he started straight away to splutter and cough. The cigar starts a fire. With all the straw, it starts a fire, and Betty screams, help! Reginald Rake! He bounded off with a terrible cough. Oh, not that. Then Harry arrived, and Harry put the fire out. He puts the fire out. Everyone gets a little bit wet at this stage. Oh, I'm not sure if that needs to go there. We can have a spray or we can pour some water. He puts the fire out. But Harry O'Hay, with a pail in his arm, cried, Betty, my future wife. He poured in the water to save Betty's life. Then they picked up the flowers. They hugged and they kissed and they said, now that's everything crossed off our list. So where have we got? We've got our feather. We've got our bell. We've got our necklace of shells. And we've got our 2 rings to get married. And we've got our flowers. So, Betty O'Barley and Harry O'Hay wed one another the very next day. And everyone said, don't they look happy and don't they look great? This is the best wedding yet. The wedding that no one will forget. So we need a wedding dress of some sort. Here, let's just put that on there. Oh, forgot some of flowers. And if we've got Betty. And we can carry on with that music. That's the end of our story. Harry married Betty. They had the best wedding ever, the best wedding yet. The wedding that no one will ever forget. The end. Thank you for watching and listening.